Hi Aries, and welcome to your provisions for Venus retrograde 2020. Venus will be retrograde from May 13th to June 25th this year, and it comes with a whole lot of other retrograded planets, as well as some really gnarly aspects. So buckle up. We're going to just do a general reading and see what's in store for you. Please bear in mind that these are general readings. This is my first time doing it, so any feedback that you have is greatly appreciated. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Most of all, have fun. So, what is in store for Venus or Aries Sun Moon Rising for this Venus retrograde? What do my Aries need to know about this Venus retrograde? Okay, that one. Page of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Cups reversed. So, the Page of Pentacles is all about, in the upright, it's all about messages regarding finance. And this is somebody who has a new idea that they see can be quite lucrative and useful in the future. In the reverse, it can be having a bit of insecurity about whatever those ideas are. So bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups reversed. This points to, like, I see a bit of an insecure energy. I think this is you coming through. Underneath that, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Death card. Okay, so let's see what we see with this. And underneath that, Two of Pentacles. Okay, Aries. So, first of all, I mean, it needs to be said what's going on with your self-worth right now. Nine of Pentacles always talks about someone who has their emotions under control. They have so much satisfaction with where they're at in the material world that they don't really need a lot of input from other people. I feel like this is the energy that you are coming into. Venus retrograde is also about, it's about redefining what your value systems are. It's all about exploring what your relationships are about. And I think with this Death card, which is also reversed, I see a lot of like internal energy for you in this reading. This isn't going to be something that's going to be expressed outwardly. I feel like outwardly you're going to be kind of displaying this like Nine of Pentacles energy where you're like, I'm good, I'm chill, like things are fine, but beneath the surface you're going to be like really, really taking a good long look at what makes your heart open and what what makes your cup run over. I really love this image. This is the Hush Tarot. I love this image of the King of Cups. He's bound to the material realm, but his emotions are able to rise up and he's able to work with them. Reversed, it's overwhelmed. I see this being like you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe by a project that was begun before, and it's making you kind of look at yourself in a new light and say, this is going to demand a lot more from me than I realized, and fighting that ending a little bit. Kind of see that. Venus will be in your, what is Venus in right now? I think she's in Gemini. So Venus is going to be Aries, Taurus, in your third house. So this could have something to do with your neighborhood. This could be something to do with the community you're in right now. This could have to do something with like formal book education. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from this. So let's clarify. Okay. I think I want to go to this Nine of Pentacles. Why is this Nine of Pentacles here for Aries for this Venus retrograde cycle? Also bear in mind that this Venus retrograde is like the same part of the sky that it's been retrograding over for the past 8 years. So this is like, we're coming to the end of a really big cycle with this Cancer Taurus, or pardon me, Cancer Gemini energy. So just bear in mind that these are going to be patterns that you've been working with for the past couple of years. And whatever resurfaces now is like you're finally going to be able to close that chapter. So just, bear that in mind, that it's not something to necessarily be afraid of. It's just something to be aware of. Okay, so why is this Nine of Pentacles here for my Aries loves for this Venus retrograde? That one. I want another one. Nine of Pentacles. Death again. And the Tower reversed. And the Nine of Cups underneath that. Okay. And the King of Pentacles. So what's yeah, so you've got Death reversed again. So I feel like you're really fighting whatever changes are on the horizon for you. I feel like you're really, trying to believe that whatever was stable in the first place, that makes a lot of sense with this King and Page. You're starting to realize now, like, whatever foundations your beliefs were built on, not solid in the least. And I feel like you're kind of having a bit of a freak out about that, which is reasonable. I mean, it's tough. But we also have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, Aries, I don't know what to tell you here, man. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, I think the universe is going to make it explicitly clear why holding on to these energies no longer serves you. It can also manifest, I'm kind of seeing now that this energy is playing out a little bit more. I'm seeing that this could be more like you're making peace with the end of this cycle. I think that, yeah, that feels good. That's a truth moment. I love it when that happens. Yeah, that's kind of what I have for you. Yeah, got the Devil, got the King of Pentacles reversed, got the Nine of Cups. So like whatever is going on, whatever is ending for you, it feels hella good. It feels, maybe not on a conscious level just yet. I feel like your ego is kind of rebelling against whatever's going on, and you're like, no, that's too much, it's too fast. It's, it's this Tower moment of like, holy shit, everything's falling down around me. And like, I think the universe is just trying to tell you, like, in this moment, jump. These changes are going to happen one way or the other, So what you can do is, instead of having, a moment where you feel like you're being tossed over on your head, jump, work with the energy, go into this season with like a really brave attitude, and just know that you're held, like the universe takes things away from us only when we're ready for the next chapter. So I'm gonna pull a card of guidance from Wisdom of the Oracle just to wrap it up, and give you a direction, give you some sort of way to work with this energy, this great big change that you're undergoing. Okay, so what advice can we give Aries for this Venus retrograde season? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so bottom of the deck is Deep Knowing. Plumb line, man. Get comfy with your fears. You're going to have to sit with them a little bit. Okay, I've got two more that jumped out. I first want to kind of talk about Deep Knowing, because Deep Knowing is like one of these, and then underneath that we've got Co-Create. It's just like the universe has some stuff in store for you. It's big stuff, but unless you work with it and you tap into like that still small voice that's always underneath the surface, this is going to be a very challenging cycle for you. So the universe just wants you to know, you like, get still, draw your boundaries where you need to, yeah, building blocks reversed and orphaned. With orphaned, I feel like maybe this has got something to do with intimacy, or significant relationships in your life, which would make a lot of sense with the other players that we kind of have here. I feel like for a long time you've maybe been like selling yourself too short in your relationships, and it's now coming to a point where you're you're no longer being fed, and you know, it's time to seek, to find. And with building blocks in the reverse, this is like, just like acknowledge that there are some cracks in the foundation. Um, and that's really the first step to weeding them out. You can't weed out something that you are pretending isn't there. So, work with it. Say, I recognize right now that maybe the social contracts that I've been in up until this point, or the things I thought were feeding me, are actually leaving me really empty and held back. And tap back into this intuition. Like there's something to be said for finding your soul path, but in like a really mundane, community oriented way. Yeah. So that is what I have for you. I hope this helps. Please leave any feedback that you have in the comments, and good luck with this Venus retrograde cycle, babies. It's going to be good. By the end of it, we're going to look back at it and feel a total amount of clarity. Okay, see you next time.